Matthew Stafford's name was bandied about as a potential trade candidate early in the 2025 NFL offseason. The reason? Stafford was set to make just $27 million in 2025, well below the market value for starting quarterbacks in the NFL. As a result, he and the Los Angeles Rams needed to negotiate a restructured contract so that both parties could continue their partnership happily. The two sides took some time to agree to a deal. The Rams let Stafford gauge his market value with other teams before signing him to a restructured pact during the 2025 NFL Combine. Despite the back and forth, Rams coach Sean McVay never doubted Stafford would be his quarterback for the 2025 season. "That was never something I ever thought would occur," McVay said at a Monday news conference when asked whether Stafford would leave the Rams. Why was McVay so confident Stafford would return? The Rams coach explained that early on, there was a mutual understanding that the veteran wouldn't play for the amount he was due in 2025. That had been a placeholder number stemming from last offseason's contract restructure. "That was something that we always knew was coming down," McVay said of Stafford's newest deal. "And when he felt good about how the season ended, we were ecstatic about him wanting to continue to play and play at a high level. Now it's just figuring out the semantics of, all right, there's no way to put an actual value on what he means, but what does it look like to be able to fit it for the landscape of our football team, where we're at, knowing how many years you want to play, and what does that look like for the short and the long term?" And I think, fortunately, we were able to come to a compromise and a conclusion that everybody feels good about, and I think it's a great reflection of him and our group. If Stafford had fallen apart, the Rams would have been short on quarterbacks. Stetson Bennett IV is the only other quarterback on the team's roster, and backup Jimmy Garoppolo will become a free agent during the 2025 offseason. As such, McVay is grateful that he and general manager Les Snead won't have to scramble to find a new starting quarterback before the 2025 NFL season begins. "There was always going to have to be a decision on our part if he wasn't going to be here," McVay said. "And that was never something that felt like ever got close. And it was never something that I allowed my mind to go to."